Yeah, hope now sound quality is good. Right. So this is 2019 slot one, August slot one question. Okay. So this is how the TCS questions will be asked. Word is the key. Okay. So one programming language has the following keywords that cannot be used as identifiers. So he has given some words like break, case, continue, default, differ, else, for, function, go to, if, map. Okay, so these are some of the words. Now what is asking is write a program to find if the given word is a keyword or not. Okay, so these are the keywords that are assumed in this programming language. Okay, now we need to identify whether the user entered the word, whatever user entered is a keyword or not. Okay, so some of the test cases he has given here. First test case, input he has given as differ. Okay, so then expected output should be in this form. Differ is a keyword. And the second input, see, while he has given capital letter while. Okay, while is not a keyword because in this language he is not using this while statement. Okay, so you may be wonder here, while is a keyword, it is in our programming languages, but here the programming language what is using here, okay, has only these keywords. Now we need to write program for this. Clear? Okay. All right. So let us straight away go into, and please remember here what we need to do, how to solve this. See, we have some words to be stored here. Okay. So these are the given words. You need to store these words in a two-dimensional array. Okay. Right. Okay. So since these words are strings, you need to declare a two-dimensional array and store those words in the two-dimensional array. Then compare the word entered by the user is present in this two-dimensional array or not. If it is present, then you print so and so word is a two uh, keyword. Otherwise, you print it is not a keyword. Okay, so this is how we need to uh, develop the logic. Okay, right. So let me just increase the font size here. Okay, so here directly I am including the header file. If possible, you can also start writing along with me so that it gives a practice to you. Okay, so then write the main function, begin the main function. Okay, so here you need to declare a two-dimensional array. Okay, so just you say it as word. Okay, so word of how many words are there? Just you check out, see how many words are given here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 words are given. Okay, so you take a two-dimensional array of size 16 by, and each word of size some 20. Okay, so what is the maximum word size, just you can check out, and accordingly you can take here. Okay, so continue default, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is there. Okay, so 8 is the highest length word here, so you can take a word length of even 10 or 15, that is also enough. Okay, so better you take 16 by 10. Okay, memory is also very very important, and directly you can initialize these words, initialize these words. Okay, so what is the first word? Break. Okay, so say break. Then what is the second word? Case, continue, default. Okay, so then I'm writing the second word, case. Okay, so then, and please remember, because these are strings, you must enclose each one in double quotes separated by commas. Okay, then continue Okay, so then next default, differ, else. Say default then differ then else. Okay, then for function go to, then say for comma function comma then say go to. Okay, so then if map range, if then say map, okay, then say range. Okay, then return struct type. So here single quote we got, we should include them in double quotes. Okay, so return struct type now. So return then say struct, then say type comma var. Okay, so then close this, end this with the semicolon. Okay, so like this you can define the two-dimensional array here. Okay, so when you define this two-dimensional array, what happens? Memory will be allocated to this. Okay, so memory will be allocated. I am not drawing all the 16 words. Okay, so I'm just showing the two-dimensional array here. One or two rows I'll show here. Okay, so like this you can assume. Okay, and this is how the memory is allocated. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so then say 7 8 9 and 10. Okay, so then this will be the row 0. Okay, so index 0, row 1, and this is row 2, and this is, you can just assume that this is row 15. Row 15. Okay, and this is column 0, column 1, column 2, 3. Okay, so like this it goes up to 9. Okay, this is our word, and the first word will be stored here, break, like this. Okay, say B R E A K. Okay, then /0. Finally, last at the end, /0 will be stored. Then the second word will be stored in a word of 1. Okay, so case will be stored here like this. Okay, so then /0 will be stored here. So like this it continues. Okay, so then continue will be stored here like this. Say continue. Then each string ends with a /0 here. Each string ends with a /0 like this. Okay, so you can assume this last 15th one is a var here. Okay, so I have not shown all the strings here. In between you can assume they have stored in our two-dimensional array. Okay, so this is nothing but our two-dimensional array word. Okay, so word of 0, word of 1, when you say word of 0, directly word of 0 indicates this row address. Okay, so then from first character onwards, it accesses each letter of this row. Okay, so to access this, we need to just mention the row number. That's it. Okay, so then you can access the entire string by saying word of 0, word of 1, word of 2. That is enough. Okay, right. So then we need a the string to be stored, which is entered by the user. Okay, so for that I am declaring. Okay, so say for example, what is asking something like input. Okay, so input string I am storing here. So input string of size, maximum size he enters here, otherwise you can even have a 15 length size here. Okay, right. Then immediately ask the user to read the string here. So better one use the scanf function instead of gets function, because these keywords are only single word words here. Okay, not multi-word strings, are they are single word strings. So better use a scanf function with percentage yes format specifier. Okay, so that you can read a single word string here and store in a input. Okay, so this statement reads the input from the test case. Already input is available in a test case. Okay, so from here it reads differ, it reads and stores into the one dimensional array input here. Okay, so here no need of specifying any ampersand here, because this is a one dimensional array. We said array name itself is a pointer. Okay, so that's why you are mentioning a address of a that one dimensional array here indirectly. Okay, so that's why we ignore this ampersand here. Even if you write ampersand, no problem. Okay, but for strings, no need of writing any ampersand here. Now the user entered something like first input differ, he entered. Okay, so that we need to find out whether it is a keyword or a not. Okay, so for this purpose, what we need to do from 0th string onwards, that means this first string onwards, you have to go on comparing whether word of 0 is equal to our input string, otherwise word of 1 equal to our input string. Like this, wherever you find a match, immediately you print out so and so string is keyword. Otherwise, if you reached all the strings, okay, that means if you compared all the strings and reached to the end of the two-dimensional array, and then you can declare that it is not a keyword. That is the logic we use here. Okay, so for that we require an integer variable, because each row you need to access here. So int I am using here. Even otherwise you can directly use this int in a for loop here. Okay, so for you can write like this: int I is equal to 0. Okay, so then I less than, because already number of strings given are fixed there. Okay, so 16 strings he has given, so we use only, because these are the keywords, so that's why we use a fixed row size here. Okay, so directly you can use that fixed row size here, I less than 16. Okay, so then say I plus plus. Here I indicates, I tracks a row number, I tracks a row number here. Okay, right. So your input string memory diagram will be like this. Okay, so this is your input string. Okay, so it will be storing, it is a one dimensional array, because you are storing only single string. Okay, now this is our input array. Okay, so for example, when you execute this scanf statement, so it reads the first test case. Okay, so differ will be stored here like this. It reads first test case and stores into this input array. Okay, so now you need to compare each string in this two-dimensional array and check out whether it is present in this two-dimensional array or not. Okay, right. So here what we do, we use string compare function. Okay, so to compare two strings. Okay, so here what we do is we use string compare function. Okay, so if string compare, okay, so what I do is I remove this. Okay, so I am using the string compare. Since I am using string compare, immediately you use string.h header file, include the string.h header file, because the string compare function definition is available in this header file. Okay, so otherwise it gives error there. Okay, so string compare, which one to be word of a 0, word of 0 we stored in I, no? Okay, so word of I comma input, word of I comma input. Okay, so what we are asking is, we are asking the string compare function to compare the string present in word of I is what? I is 0. Okay, so word of 0, the string present in the row word of 0 and input. Okay, so this array, input array. Okay, so you compare whether these two strings are equal or not. What the string compare function will do is, it compares character by character. It compares character by character. Okay, so like this it compares D is equal to B. Next E, if equal, then it goes to the next character. Okay, so if they are not equal here, now see, D is equal to B, no. Okay, so this, they are not equal. So what it will do is, it returns the ASCII difference of these two letters. Okay, ASCII value of B minus ASCII value of D. Okay, so it gives, and that's why you will get either a positive number or negative number. You will get a positive number or a negative number. Okay, so if all the letters are equal here, okay, so that means all the letters in this and all the letters in this both reach to /0. Okay, so when both are equal, then string compare function returns 0. String compare function returns 0. Okay, so that means what we need to look at the here, what is the value returned by string compare, we need to check here. Okay, so whether this value returned by string compare is equal to 0, we need to check here. Okay, so it compares and returns a value, so that we need to check here. So if string compare word of I comma input is equal to 0, if equal to 0, then what you can do is, immediately you can print that so and so string is, you can print here printf percentage s is a keyword. Just see how he is asking the output to be printed. Okay, differ is a keyword. This keyword is in lowercase only. Okay, so then we need to print a percentage s is a keyword. Percentage s is a keyword. Okay, so close this, and immediately you say, because we identified the key, we identified this keyword, so then no need of repeating this loop, no need of repeating this loop. Okay, so immediately come out from the loop. You can even say exit 0, you can say exit 0, and you can come out here. Okay, so even this is also not required here, because this if statement by default it belongs to for statement. If the for condition is true, it goes to if, and if the condition is true, it goes to this inside a block, if block. Otherwise what happens, there is no else here, so automatically control goes to this I plus plus here. Okay, so just let me show the execution of this here. Okay, so let me keep track of execution of here. So first I value is 0. Okay, so I value will become 0 here. I value is 0 first. Okay, now see here, so 0 less than 16, yes, string compare word of 0 comma input, word of 0 is break and input is differ, so it compares first character here. Both are equal, no, so ASCII difference means you will get a number, so that means it is not equal to 0, false. What happens after this, end of the loop reached here. Okay, so from here directly control goes to this increment part here, I plus plus. I will become 1 now. Okay, so I will become 1. 1 less than 16, yes, string compare of word 1, word 1 means this case, comma input. Okay, so then it compares character by character, D equal to C, no, so again you will get a non-zero number there. Okay, so then condition becomes false, then control automatically goes to increment section. Okay, so I becomes 2 now, I becomes a 2. 2 less than 16, yes, so string compare word of 2, continue and differ, so not equal. So like this it continues until it finds, say, for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so at 4, row number 4, we have this differ here. Okay, so assume differ is present at this place. Now it comes here, string compare, word of 4 comma input. Word of 4 is what? Differ, and input is differ. That means character by character it compares. D equal to D, yes. E equal to E, yes. F equal, yes. E equal, yes. R equal, yes. Then once both reaches to /0, then this string compare function stops and returns a value 0. Okay, so here this left hand side here 0 is returned. So 0 is equal to 0. This part. Okay, so here 0 will be returned here. Now it compares 0 equal to 0. Yes, true. Then enters this if block. Percentage S is a keyword. Okay, so here comma we need to write now. Comma, where from it has to print percentage S from the input array. Okay, so comma input you write here. So then it prints differ is a keyword. Exit 0. From here directly control comes out. That's it. Okay, so for example, if you enter some other word like while you enter, so what it will do, it compares with each string. While equal to break, no. Case, no. Continue, like this it compares. So finally what happens, I value will become, after comparing all the 15 words in this two-dimensional array, I value will become 16 here. Okay, so 16 less than 16 false. That means the control comes out from the loop. Control comes out from the loop. Okay, so when the control comes out from the loop, it indicates that there is no matching string in this two-dimensional array. Okay, so there immediately you can declare here, after coming out from the loop, you can declare that printf, you can declare here that percentage yes is not a keyword. Percentage yes is not a keyword. Okay, so then say return 0, then close. Okay, so then close the main function here. That's it. Okay, right. So you should write here exit 0. If you say break here, what happens? The control comes out from the loop. Again, it reaches to this statement here. Okay, so again it prints percentage s is not a keyword. So both is a keyword, is not a keyword, both will be printed. Then there is ambiguity and which is not matching with the actual output. Your expected output is not matching with the actual output. Then your test case is not matching here. Okay, so comma input you should put here. Okay, so percentage yes we are using now. So from this array it prints the word here. Clear? Okay, right. So is there any doubt? Input in the last printf. Yeah, I have included. Okay, so thank you. All right, so let me quickly show the execution of this, whether our code works or not. We'll see here. So hope you might have completed the code in the same way. Okay, so variable names may differ. Okay, don't worry, every individual will have their own variable names chosen. Okay, so that doesn't make any difference. If your code is satisfying all the test cases, that is well and good. Yeah, we have 10 minutes of time. is slow. Net is very slow. Right. Okay. So what else we require? We have this printf, last printf. No? Okay. So then I close this here. Right. So everything copied. Just let me run the code. Let us check whether it creates any problem or exit 0 giving error. Okay, right. Okay, so if exit 0 is giving error, what you it is not error warning actually, because stdlib.h we need to include here, but still it is asking you to enter the word here. Okay, so we enter the word differ as per our test case. Okay, so then we'll see here differ is a keyword. Differ is a keyword. Okay, so it is, you have not included stdlib.h, no, related header file. Okay, so that's why you will get a warning, but still you can ignore the warning, but see that there won't be any warnings once you execute your code successfully. stdlib.h. Okay, so it should get into your mind whenever you immediately, whenever you are writing exit 0, first stop here and go to header files, include stdlib.h and come back. Similarly, if you are using string related functions, first include string.h, then come back, so that you can avoid these warnings during your execution. Okay, so now once again we execute this time no errors. Okay, so right, while I enter here, now you can see here while is not a keyword. That means it is satisfying all our test cases. Okay, so don't print any extra full stop or comma. Okay, so print the output as per the expected output. Okay, in the same way you need to print. Clear? See, while is not a keyword, right? So this is how one such question will be asked. Okay, which you can complete within 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And the second one is somewhat complex. You need to implement some logic into that. You need to think of and implement some logic into that. Okay, so you try to complete the easier one first, so that you can claim that at least one question you have completed, submitted successfully. Okay, right? Any doubts? Yeah, we have another 5 minutes to end this session. Yeah, if you have any doubts, let us discuss that. Okay, right. So what I do is I stop here.